Hello, friends. This is the first of 4 episodes from our final show of last season called Trapped, Tales of Body Horror and Betrayal. In our very fireside way, it plays around with the theme of being betrayed, let down, horrified, or otherwise trapped by one's very own body. This is a theme quite personal to me, and I have wanted to explore it for some time. But know that these stories are meant in no way to be political or to even begin to adequately represent or tell the true tales of the countless people around the world who navigate the nightmare of living with very real health issues. It is with respect and delicacy and from a place of personal experience that we share these audio plays about body horror and betrayal. And as ever, of course, we do it in our very particular, very fireside way. We present our first story in this series, Dark Without, Dark Within. It was taped live in New York City on June 30th, 2019.
On the 15th of May, a stranger ruined my life. Anywhere I went, she was there. Anywhere I tried to go, she had beaten me to it. There was no escape. She was ahead of me. She was following me. She was everywhere all at once. And she had it in for me. Where am I?
Yo, what are you doing here?
No,
Looking
please don't.
good, looking good. You know just what I like.
No,
I saw you. I know it was you. I knew it.
No.
What are you? No, wait!
Please, it wasn't me!
Order! I understand that these proceedings have been incredibly heated, but if we can't continue with a modicum of decorum, I will be forced to begin removing people from this courtroom. Am I understood? Very well. If we are all quite ready, I would like to proceed. We have heard from the witnesses, the prosecution, and the defense. It is now time for the jury to announce their decision. Chairperson of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
How does the jury find?
The defendant has been charged with 4 counts. On the first count, trespassing, we find the defendant guilty.
Started out simply enough. You'd think a girl could get a drink after a long day. But the day was just beginning. Excuse me, can I get a glass of the house white, please?
You again? You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'd just really like a drink, please. This is a bar, shouldn't be that strange a concept.
What do you think you're doing here?
What?
You know you're not supposed to come around here anymore.
I'm sorry, I think you must have me confused with someone else.
Right, yeah. Very funny. Look, you've got exactly 10 seconds to get out of here, or I'm calling the cops again.
Okay, is your manager here? I want to talk to your manager. I hate being that girl, but you're totally out of line.
Oh, I'm out of line. The laugh. Yeah. Let me get the manager so she can share in the pleasure of tossing you out again.
What is your problem?
My problem is you. And my problem is that you apparently can't read what's written right in front of you.
What are you talking about?
See? That's your name right there.
Is that a restraining order? What?
500 yards away at all times. Didn't you get a copy too? Either way, you know you're not allowed back here.
You're out of your mind. I don't have to take this from you. I haven't done anything. Just give me that.
Hey, give me that back. Give me that bottle. You can't do that.
Since you won't serve me.
Hey, I'm calling the cops.
You do that. You just do that.
You're really gonna get it this time. You know what you did before, and you're gonna pay. Hello, police. Yeah, I'd like to report an incident.
I'd never set foot in that bar before. I was sure of it then, and I'm sure of it now. Not that it matters.
Order! Let it be noted. The defendant has been found guilty on the count of trespassing. Next.
On the second count, solicitation, we find the defendant guilty.
Well. Look at who we have here.
Ugh, no, thank you. Gross.
Looking good. You know just what I like.
I don't... Just get away from me, okay? God, I just wanted a drink. What is with everyone tonight?
Just a drink? I know, baby, I know. Just a drink. Just you and just me. Same as always, right?
No.
Shh,
What?
Shh, baby. I know you come back looking for me. I'm looking for you, too.
Why? What are you doing? Get away from me! Get back!
Hey, what's the deal? Why so cold tonight? Ain't my money just as good as it was before? I know you ain't trying to ask a high price now.
Oh, God, there's no one else here. Where am I? What do you want from me?
Now. Is that any way to talk to an old friend? Shh, now. Just you get comfy. I know just what you like, right?
I've never been treated that way. Talked to that way. Touched that way. But he seemed so casual. Just acted so familiar. And then he was gone. Just left me like I was so much trash. Even worse, before he left, he smiled and said, "So good to see you again."
So noted, the defendant has been found guilty on the count of solicitation. Moving on. Chairperson?
We move on to the third count, manslaughter. On the third count, manslaughter, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty.
Please, wake up, please, wake up. Wake up. You'll be okay. You can be okay. Okay, they can help you.
What are you doing in here?
I came in to check on her.
Who let you in? Who let you in here?
Okay, calm down. Get away from me.
You have no business being here. How dare you? What do you think you're doing?
I was concerned. I was scared for her. When I found her...
When you found her?
When I found her outside my house, she had passed out. She was bleeding.
Oh, you're sick. You sick woman.
I didn't have time to follow when the ambulance came. They were there and gone so fast.
So you could try to escape. But I know it was you. I know it. Don't you try to play dumb with me. I saw you.
So what?
You think you can just hit someone? Just hit someone right there in the road. Run a woman down and act like nothing happened.
What are you talking about?
I saw you. I know it was you. I know it.
Stop. Please, I know you're upset, but you're wrong. I wasn't even there when...
Officer, get in here now! She's here!
Stop screaming! Stop it! I'm only trying to help!
Officer!
No, wait!
This is her!
Wait, stop!
This is
stop!
her
Let
fault!
me go!
I
please.
know it!
Get your hands off of me!
Take her!
And so the defendant has been found guilty on the third count, manslaughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then we move on to the fourth and final count. Chairperson, are you ready to give your verdict?
We are, Your Honor.
Then you may proceed.
We, the jury, find the defendant on the fourth and final count.
Sir, please just let me explain.
Quiet back there.
Sir, I swear to you, This is all a mistake. I didn't do anything, I swear.
We already heard the whole story. We have witnesses. You ducking out of that tavern where you shouldn't have been to begin with.
But the bartender had it all wrong.
That was your name and picture on the restraining order. And that John you picked up down the street had a thing or two to say as well.
That isn't how it went at all. He forced...
Yeah. He forced you. How many times has he forced you now? We saw the photos. Creep like to keep a record, huh?
It wasn't me. It wasn't.
But trying to pretend you weren't responsible for that hit and run. Lady, it was all on camera. We saw you right there.
I found her that way. She was bleeding. I wanted to help her.
There's some cover story, lady. Too bad her husband watched the whole thing. He watched your little fake escape, even. Probably would have gotten away with it if we hadn't showed up at the hospital. Disgusting.
I wanted to help. I don't know what happened. Please.
It's too late, lady. The guilt's written all over you, and it's all over the evidence. You're going away for a good long while, I'd imagine.
Why can't I remember? Why can't I remember?
Yeah, sure. Same old story. Likely one. Never heard it work before, but sure, give it a try, will you?
My name, my face, all these things. It truly was me.
Is that an admission of guilt, I hear?
But I can't remember. Really, truly anything. Any of these things.
Look, tell it to the jury. Not that they'll listen.
So there's no hope. No one will listen. No one will help save me from me.
Not likely, lady.
And if I have to go, I want to at least remember one good reason.
Hey, wait. How'd you get out of the cuffs? Lady, wait, stop! You're gonna get us both killed, stop!
The jury now finds for the fourth and final count against the defendant. Murder.
On the 15th of May, a stranger ruined my life.
Trespassing.
Guilty.
She looked like me, sounded like me,
Solicitation.
dressed like me.
Guilty.
She wore my clothes and drove my car. She stole everything.
Manslaughter.
Guilty.
I don't know where she came from or why, but in case she ever comes back, I made sure she could never harm anyone ever again, including me.
And on the fourth charge, murder, how does the jury find?
On this count, and only this count, the jury finds in accordance with the defendant's plea.
Guilty. I am guilty.
Imagine you're lying in your bed, you can't move. The weight of 1,000 freight trains presses you into a vat of molasses. You almost don't notice how badly your head is throbbing because your brain is in a fog that makes focus nearly impossible. The pain is everywhere. The fatigue is bone-crushing. But somewhere there is a spirit, a resolve to fight against the very vessel that contains it. The spirit pushes, but the body pushes back. It seems there is no escape. You're trapped. Aldous Huxley once wrote, "Man is an intelligence in servitude to his organs." We all know how helpless we feel when we get a cold, a flu, a stomach bug. But I hope you never know what it's like to not get the sweet release of feeling well again. To find that you are not the commander of your own ship, to have no control over your own body, to be at the mercy of the very vessel we use to get through life, to feel invisible, misunderstood. For those of you who do know, I see you, and you are not alone. And that was Dark Without, Dark Within. The cast featured in this episode include Alain Laforest as the female protagonist, Eirik Davey-Gislason as the jury chairperson, Ali Silva as the judge, as well as Alain Laforest, Michael Pate, James Kleinman, and David Linton. Dark Without, Dark Within was written by Courtenay, Gillean, Cholovich and directed by Holly Payne-Strange. Our live show and podcast are produced by Gustavo Rodriguez and me for Fireside Mystery Productions. Our musical score for this show was improvised and performed by Steve Blanco. Our sound effects designer and engineer is Greg Russ. Technical director at the Slipper Room is Johnny Goddard. Our production assistant is Brontis Orengo. Jason Graves composed our theme music, and I manage our audio post-production. Dearest listeners, you may think you've heard everything FMT has to offer, but there's more. And more comes in the form of the Patreon playlet, lovingly crafted mini episodes of bonus content. We give our Patreon patrons at the $5 or more per month level a new and delightfully exclusive playlet each month. From this current series, we have a special bonus called Save the Body. We feel it's a most worthy reward for your patronage, and it's your patronage that can help us to keep doing what we do. For as little as $1 or $2 or more a month, you can provide vital support to FMT, and there are all sorts of special perks for all different monthly sustainer levels. Check them out and consider becoming an FMT Patreon patron today by going to patreon.com/Fireside Mystery Theater, or just follow the link from our website. As ever, we are so grateful for any support you give to help us keep the embers of our fireside flickering. A shout-out of tremendous gratitude goes to our new friend and patron, Victoria Joy. And what joy you bring to our fireside family indeed, dear Victoria. Thanks for believing in us. With your support, we can keep treating your ears to more fears we cook up. We know that as a podcast listener, you've heard the call many times for a kind rating and review on Apple Podcasts. But it really is a lovely way to support your favorite audio creators without spending a penny. So we hope you will. And many thanks to those who have already. As we feed to your ears episodes from our final live performance of last season, we are cooking up an all-new season of Fireside Mystery Theater. The premiere live podcast taping kicks off at the Slipper Room in New York City on Sunday, September 29th at 5 p.m. Join us as we uproot the unearthly from the earth itself with our latest crop of creeps in the garden. Get those tickets now at slipperroom.com or via the links on our website. We all know that adolescence can be a rough time on the human body. How could it possibly get any worse? Well, you can find out in our next episode, Marked, coming soon from Fireside Mystery Theater. There are so many things out of our control in this life, but you can make sure to mind the shadows.